that being said, though, is it returning the money in stocks that you're trying to do, or just the company itself?
So my angle is this: regular people like you and me don't know how to create value how Nike does. And because they've already have an established brand and an established moat that's only gonna increase, my money will grow faster in their hands because they're going to generate revenue with my money faster than I would be able to.
Okay.
But that's not my talent. Say my talent is,
like you said,
I'm a mechanic.
Right.
So my forte isn't financial literacy. Like, I don't read stock news every day. I'm a mechanic. I'm really good at that.
Right.
But I make a pretty good salary. If I fix a couple cars in one day, that's good money.
Yeah, you can.
That's good money.
Like that.
And so I have to save some of that money anyways, because I want to retire. I want to be able to do the things I want to do in life.
Travel.
So by putting your money that you've already earned back into a company that can grow that money faster as you continue to make money doing your own thing, you will achieve the level of financial stability you want a lot faster because of compounding interest. It's been like recent. I've been listening to like endless podcasts.
What are you listening to?
It's called Motley Fool. They're the main one I listen to. And then this one, Phil Town, which is Rule 1 Investing. And so they're always talking about just stocks on their radar, stuff they're investing in. And the one thing they always say about Tesla is Elon Musk, he's kind of a free spirit, but he's not a great CEO. And they've had 7 or 8 different people leave the board of directors in the past couple years.
Because of Elon?
Yeah.
Dang.
So like the product itself is good, but like I'm skeptical on will they monetize it.
With me, bro, I don't know too much about stocks. I admit I don't know too much about the stocks, the day trading and stuff.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, because I accept it. You know, my kind of the hustle that I like to do is more so on service. So like I'm trying to say get into the real estate game.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, the way I want to create my wealth is I want to take a property, put money into it, flip it, and do it like that. Like I'm a more hands-on person too. So when I hear the cryptocurrency, the day trading, the stock market, I'm definitely open-minded to it. But me personally, you know how they say it's better to focus on what you're good at than to learn something that you're not good at. So that's kind of how I see it. It's like I'd rather physically touch something and monetize it that way.
And I think you make a great point there. For me personally, I see the value in real estate and I'll get into it. But in terms of like seeing a house and seeing a vision for a house and what it could be if you put some money into it, I'm terrible with that.
Yeah.
I don't have that creative mind.
So just look at
so
it.
I'll just look at it and be like,
this a piece
pay
of
me.
shit.
Yeah, like give me like just sign the deal. Like
keep it
you know
moving.
what I'm saying? I would, if I was in that business, I would just have to source that out because I'd be lost.
Don't do something you're not good at. Just keep focusing. Just that's that same thing. You have the financial literacy to look and read the analytics, the numbers and stuff. I'm looking at that stuff. I'm plus 1.2 minus 0.0025. I'm like, what are these numbers? I left math for a reason. I'm like, what are these numbers?
Fundamentally, which is looking at the business and saying like, let's look at the history of it.
Okay.
Like see where it started.
Trends,
stuff like that. Kind of looking at it from a historical perspective of the story of the company.
Yeah.
But I don't really look too much into the numbers because I'm not a good numbers person myself.
Okay.
Like I'm looking at, I look at Nike right now. It's at $80. So I'm saying I think Nike,
80 per share. Okay.
So I think Nike in 10, 15 years could be worth 150 per share, and that's just a random estimate based on no calculations. Because for me, the calculations is what I need to work on to get better, to find a realistic target price. But because I've emphasized and been able to see Nike as a company that I know will have good, solid growth potential, I feel comfortable putting my money there. Like, I know it won't go down.
Yeah.
So I know in 10 years, Nike's not going to be worth $50.
Yeah.
Like, it'll at least be worth
still the 80.
what it is. And so if that happens, and I've just saved up money for 12 years and it didn't go anywhere, it's still my money.
Exactly.
And I'll be able to use that for things I need, whether that's
just I feel it, but it's scary to me. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay,
it's scary to me.
It is
because it's like, let's just run with the analogy. 80, it's 80 right now. Let's say in 10 years it goes up to 150, right?
Yeah.
The thing with how my mindset is, for $80, I can go get an iPhone 5. Like I said, I'm a touch person. I can go buy an iPhone 5 from the pawn shop for $40, get 2 of them. Now I got 2 iPhone 5s, 80, and I'm gonna go ahead and flip them to someone and get $120 off of it. Like that's how I think. It's like I gotta touch something. I can't just, I'm gonna just put my money here and just see it grow. And it's like, while it's so cool, and I kind of wish I was wired that way, but I gotta touch it. I gotta touch something.
And it's always good to diversify.
Facts.
Like, realistically, you want to have 5 or 6 different sources of income.
Shares and technology, assets, all of them.
Exactly. So if we're working together and you're better at real estate and I'm better at investing, and I say, hey, this is my investing strategy that I work on every single day, and I'm listening to podcasts every single day, reading news every single day, and being up to date on just that.
Mm-hmm.
And you're doing the same thing with real estate. You're calling people, you're making appointments. So if I know you've done all that work on a property and I'm wanting to invest in real estate, I feel comfortable giving you my money so you can go work with it.
Exactly. You start outsourcing that. You start outsourcing because you know the real estate isn't your talent.
I think that ties perfectly into the initial point I want to make. We have to have these conversations.
Yeah.
Like, in order to come to these realizations, like, I've never spoken with him about this before. This is the first time we've talked. I haven't even talked to this man. This is my cousin. We were born one day apart. And this is the first time we've had this conversation.
It's the first time we've seen each other in a minute, too.
Exactly. What's good, bro?
When was the last time we seen each other? Though? Like,
bro, probably like a family reunion like 5 years ago.
I'm trying to think,
niggas
bro. Young niggas.
the brothers were dusty.
Gosh. The way things change, man. That's crazy.
But point being, now we had this conversation. So now I know in the future, if I'm looking at real estate, I can hit him up. And I feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And this is someone that's related to me that I would love to see succeed with my money. And if I can help him out and help myself out at the same time, that's what I want.
That's big respect.
That's what I want.
That's the same thing, bro. Because I'd rather put my money into you versus going on Bitcoin.com and just boom. I don't. Nah, I give it to you. Let you do your thing.
While it's noble to want to invest and raise capital on that money, if you don't know what's going on, there's a good chance you'll probably lose that money.
9 times out of 10. It's just like gambling. If you don't know what you're doing, and you just trying your luck at that point.
Exactly, and that's the thing is what my goal with this message isn't to say gamble your money. If you're gonna gamble your money, you might as well go to a casino and enjoy it. Get some fine women around you. Get some drinks. You know, like, if you're gonna blow your money, at least enjoy it. Go to Vegas.
Do it big.
Yeah, do it big. But like, if you're really, you know what I'm saying, trying to change that, there's space for it.
Cause we got to, bro. It's like I feel like, and then in our positions too, we got that mindset. It's like it's no other choice but to raise the expectations, but to have these conversations and find out. You know what? Maybe it's not just me. Maybe we can do something. Maybe there is more out there. A lot of people also, they'll get stuck in that comfortable mindset that, you know, I've got me a little job. I'm still living with mom and dad or what may so be, and they don't really want to do more, I guess. So that goes to show that there are people, like-minded people, I guess, that want to build.